Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Myko and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is his ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a slight tug and let go on the martingale collar, which is what we've opted for as the proper training equipment for Myko, being a small dog. So he's doing really well. He's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and it takes every bit of Myko's self-control to do obedience. He's very bright, but he's also very high energy. So the first exercise that we want to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Myko heel, and at this point Myko has a job to do, and that is to stay even with Rich's left leg, not dragging him, not pulling him, but matching pace with him. So if you move more quickly, Myko should move more quickly. If you slow down, he should slow down, and if you stop your feet, he should sit automatically at your left and wait for his next command. So this makes walking this little ball of energy much easier. Nice automatic sit, and when you stop to cross traffic or stop to talk to a neighbor, he's sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command and not bouncing around like a nut. Very nicely done. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. He likes to drop into a DOWN on his sit stays, so that's a little bit of a battle. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him for an additional distraction and return all the way back around to heel position. And all of our commands start and stop with him at heel.
Myko heel.
So Rich takes off heeling with him again, and remember, poodles were originally bred to work. They're a working breed. They're very intelligent. So he needs something to do with all that brain power, and it helps him to stay focused and more mature. You're developing attention span.
Stay.
Rich leaves him in another sit stay. Your long sit stays, you're going to lengthen out the time and the distance, and you're going to start out with about 20 to 30 seconds and work up to 3 minutes. This time, Rich is going to call him, and this is the recall or the come on command. And he's been taught to come in and sit right in front of you facing your knees, but with Myko, he prefers to stand on his head. You can tell that he enjoys doing it. He's just so wired all the time. Rich calls him, and he should come right in front and sit. That was much better. And then he returns back to heel. Perfect. So now you can walk him in your neighborhood, and he actually looks like a gentleman. When you stop, he should sit. If not, you saw Rich give that little tug on the collar. Kind of tones him down a little bit. Now we're going to demonstrate the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you put your open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. And then if you're going to leave him, you have to tell him, stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home, and you can practice this right in your living room. I'd start out with about 1 minute, work up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit stay, returning back to heel position. Rich gives him some loving for praise, tell him it's a good job. And we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel one more time. And now he's anticipating. That's what happens with these really bright dogs, is that they start to run through all the commands without you. He anticipates what's coming next. Rich calls him out of that exercise, has him come right in front and sit. Very nicely done, and then goes back to heel and back sitting. Now Rich is going to heel him out of that. And we're going to demonstrate your down from a distance, which is a little bit harder command because you're not next to the dog. Rich leads him in a sit stay. And this time he's going to use the right hand to give the command.
Down. No. Stay.
That wasn't bad. We'll probably show it to you again because he got a little confused and was going to come instead of down. You want to take him right out? Yeah, we're going to do it one more time.
Down.
There you go. Perfect. And you can see, like, even during the course of this short video, that the more that you work with him, the less you get that amped up, crazy, jumping off the walls Myko, and he starts to, like, calm down, you know, and relax and be more manageable. So the more that you work him in obedience, the better off you're going to be with him, because he definitely needs it. His housebreaking is great. I'm going to go over all of that with you tomorrow. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training again for your dog training needs.